Yeah. Today we are going to see that, how much different we are. Krishna's form is spiritual, where we can see our form is temporary. We can see on the screen. He is the controller of Maya, and we are controlled by Maya, right? And of course, Krishna is eternal, and he remembers everything, past, present, and future. He doesn't forget. He is infallible, Lachita. And we are soul is eternal, but we forget. We don't know what happened. And if you ask me what happened yesterday, I may not remember everything. So Krishna remembers all birth because body does not change or deteriorate, right? And it's abhyayam. And we forget because we keep changing bodies, and the body deteriorates when it comes to old age. We are never free from janma mrityu jara vyadhi. Then he appears by his own will, and we are forced. Whatever karma we do, that kind of body we get. And then body is transcendental, Satchit Anand Vigraha. Our body is material, made up of all those five elements, gross elements. And then there is no difference between the body and the self, is Advaita, and the soul here, it has to acquire a body. So this is the difference. So let's move on to the next shloka. Okay. वीतरागभयक्रोधाः मन्मया मामुपाश्रिताः बहवो ज्ञानतपसा पूता मद्भावमागताः. Okay, being freed from attachment, fear, and anger, being fully absorbed in me and taking refuge in me, many persons in the past became purified by knowledge of me, and thus they all attained transcendental love for me. So, in the previous shloka, what had happened? Krishna had made a very important emphatic point. What did he say? He said, anyone who knows my transcendental nature, like janma and karma, my birth and my activities, such a person will come back to me. Mam eti. So Lord, he has spoken about himself, knowing him, his janma, his karma in truth. So what Lord is trying to do, he's taking a step further now. And he's going to talk about absorption in Krishna's thoughts, all the time thinking about Lord Krishna. So what is Lord Krishna telling over here? Vita. Vita means free. Free from what? Raga, Bhaya, Krodha. Raga means what? Attachment. Bhaya means fear. Krodha is anger. So we have to get free from this. Okay, fine. Okay, if we are free from all this, what else to do? So Lord says, Mat Maya Mam Upashritaha. So what do we have to do? Get fully absorbed in me, says Krishna. Take my shelter, Upashrita, take my shelter. Then what will happen if we take all his shelter, everything? He says, Bahavo. Bahavo means many people in the past. What will happen to them? Jnana tapasa puta. Means what happened? Because of the jnana, they became pure. Because of what? Because of the knowledge of me, jnana. Lord Krishna says, Mat bhavam. Mat bhavam agataha. Agataha means they have attained. They have attained what? That bhavam. What kind of bhavam? What is that bhavam Krishna is talking about? Transcendental love for Krishna. That is what he's talking. It's very difficult. It's very difficult for a person who is completely into sense gratification or materially motivated, right? We won't be able to have that kind of understanding about Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? How Krishna says in chapter 7 also, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. That Mahatma is very durlabh. Whoever will understand him after so many births, so many deaths, then when he comes into this knowledge, once he understands Arjuna, then he surrenders. So many steps. He understands that Lord Krishna is the cause of all causes and he is everything. That's it. Samahatma su durlabha. Very rare, he says. So some people are very much materially attached, they do not give attention to spiritual life. Some of them want to, we want to be merged into one. They do not believe in anything. Some are just get angry because they are not able to reach anywhere, feel very hopeless in their life. But once somebody reaches that prema stage where you have, the constant connection with Lord, constant engagement in the transcendental service of the Lord. And how? because of the slow process of devotional service. That is very, very important. And of course, we need the guidance. We need the guidance of a guru. We can attain that stage. That's highest stage, of course. So mad bhava magataha, our human form of body, whatever we have been given by Krishna, it is meant to serve him. It is meant to go back to Krishna, back to Godhead. Like, right now also I am traveling all over the world, right? I am going here, there. But I am an Indian and my home is India. But I am going to different countries. You can say I'm in Europe or America or wherever I'm in. But my home is in India. Similarly, we are also part and parcel of Krishna. Mame vamsho jiva bhuta sanatana. We are. So Krishna says, you are all my living part and parcel. So we have to understand, if somebody completely once and for all understands that this is not my home, I am just wandering. I'm taking a suitcase and wandering to different countries, foreign countries, like a nomad. It's not it. But those who don't have that knowledge, they think that this is the body and they're attached to it. See, the bottom line is we must keep the temple of our heart purified, clean. If the heart is not clean, if the intention is not clean, there is nothing. If the heart of this temple is very clean, we can install God's presence over there. Otherwise, it's very difficult, right? Even in Bible, we have read when we were in convent schools when we were young. Blessed are those who are pure at heart, because they shall see God. Bible used to say. But how can we purify the mind? Krishna is giving the solution here. Vita raga bhaya krodha. We have to give up. Give up what? Attachment, fear, and anger. And then what else to do? God says, manmaya mamu pashrita. Absorb your mind in me. Leave all that, absorb your mind in me. He has given us the solution. Why? Because attachment is the cause for both fear and anger. Why do we fear? It comes with an apprehension, whatever we are attached to, oh my God, somebody will snatch it away from me. Oh my God, then what will happen to me? Rich man can't even sleep at night. He gets sleepless nights because he has attachment to his wealth. Somewhere he is hiding it, maybe under the mattress, maybe he is having that fear that somebody will be taking it away from him. So he gets frustrated, in case he sees money has been taken away. And then anger comes. Why anger comes? When there is an obstruction. Obstruction in what? For example, he's attached to that wealth and somebody is taking it, naturally he'll be angry. That's what happens, because it happens because of the attachment. That's the root cause of getting even our mind also dirty. Many times we keep hearing lectures, right, from different sources. So naturally, mind becomes very, very confused. And in the end, we become very frustrated. I don't know what he's saying something, what is happening? Frustrated and in anger, many people even give up devotion. Once one person asked Guruji, I have so many problems. And you say God is all pervading. He is everywhere. Why can't I see God everywhere, Guruji? So he said, because your body is full of bacteria. We all know that it has got millions of bacteria. Why can't you see them? You have your body, right? You have the body, you can see your body, but there are millions of bacteria in it. Can you see? He said, but they are there. I will need a microscope to see them. So Guruji said, yes. You need an apparatus to see what is already there. Likewise, if you are eager to see God, you need an apparatus to see. That apparatus is pure heart. So Lord says, those who are pure at heart will attain. Our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, gives us the solution for this. He says, if you want to get free from these 3 stages of material concept of life, that is attachment, fear, and anger, what do we need to do? We have no other way, no other solution, no other way out but to completely take the shelter of the Lord. Surrender. Of course, guided by the spiritual master, follow the rules and regulations, discipline, regulative principles. Then we can ultimately attain the Lord's abode, right? So Arjuna is like, okay, Krishna, I have understood. You say that we have to get away from this Vita, Raga, Bhaya, Krodha, and we have to attach ourselves to you. And Krishna, you have a bhava, those who have bhava for you, they attain you. I understood that much. And then what do? You bestow your grace upon them, Krishna. I have understood that. Whoever absorbs their mind in you, you give them, give them mercy. But what about these worldly minded souls? What about them, Krishna? So Lord is going to tell. But before that, let's understand again this Vita Raga Bhaya Krodha, what it is in detail. See, this is the Raga, strong attachment to material life. It leads to negligence of spiritual life whenever we have attachment, like to wealth, for example. Bhaya, we have, of course, we have a lot of bhaya, merging into impersonal is the highest because they are too absorbed in material body concept of relating personally after liberation. It frightens them. You are very lonely when you go and merge into impersonal thing. Brahma Jyoti. There is nothing over there. So there is always fear of falling down. And Krodha, conception of void, because you don't know which way to go. You're angry at everything. You're completely, you feel hopeless, right? Then you say, there is no God. I don't think God exists because God may not have helped you during the time you needed. You might be going through storm and God did not do anything about it. And you start, forgetting about him. He said, no, God doesn't exist. You get into all kinds of bad things, intoxication, drugs, everything. So that's, completely Krodha. So this is the analogy Lord has given. Lord is very good at giving analogies. So impersonalists, they compare living entities to the bubbles in the ocean. Then it merges into the ocean. So they believe in emerging, more of merging into Brahma Jyoti. So with this, we will move to section 2, 4.11 to 15. By hearing about Krishna, many persons in the past became purified and attained love for Krishna. They attained love for Krishna because this was their desire and Krishna fulfilled it. What if someone takes shelter of Krishna with some other than a desire to have transcendental love for him? So 4.11 explains Krishna's reciprocation with such category of souls. Let's see how he reciprocates. ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तां तथैव भजाम्यहं मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्यः पार्थ सर्वशः. Yes, Snigdha Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. Hare Krishna.
So Arjuna is like, see, those who desire, they get your grace. But what about those you bestow your grace upon whoever has absorbed their mind in you, right? But what about these worldly minded people, Krishna? So Lord is trying to cover that. He is going to tell us that, if they will tell if their desires will be fulfilled or not. So Lord Krishna says, ye yatha mam prapadyante. As whoever surrenders to me, ye yatha mam prapadyante, whoever surrenders to me. So what does he do? Tan tathaiva bhajamyaham. What do? I reward them accordingly. So then Lord says, O Arjuna, O Partha, Manushya Sarvashaha, everyone, all Manushyas, Mama Vartmana Anuvartante. Whoever follows my path, okay? Yes, put a condition over there. So Lord says, the way people surrender to me, I reward them accordingly. So anyways, everyone is following me directly or indirectly. I know that, says Lord. Even if we are worshipping Devatas, Devatas are part and parcels of administrative gods and they cannot do anything. They are charged, energized only by Bhagavan. So indirectly, directly, we are all following him only, he says. So as we can see, in the first picture, how, cow is loving Lord. And then second picture, how Lord is reciprocating. He is also loving. Then we can say how, the Gopa is trying to massage and trying to serve the Lord, and how Lord is serving the Gopas. That's pure love, those are all pure devotees. So everyone is searching Krishna in different aspects, right? He's partially, we can see, we know the three aspects, right? Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So we can partially see in Brahma Jyoti. He is an omnipresent super soul. Then he is fully realized when it comes to Bhagavan aspect by his pure devotees only. So see, each one is satisfied. Whatever he is desiring, he will give. So even in transcendental world also, Krishna will reciprocate the way devotees want him to. One may want Krishna, okay, be my master. So Krishna says, okay. Another one says, okay, I want to be a Sakha like Arjun. Says, okay. Then another wants him to be a person, a lover. Then different, according to different intensities of love for him. Material world also, you can see then such personal service to the Lord is seen, right? It will give us a lot of happiness when we do that, when we do seva. But for the impersonalists too, what does Krishna do? He is helping them also because of his Brahma Jyoti, effulgence. There also is, he is not leaving anyone. He is trying to hold everyone's hand. It's not that, okay, he is an impersonalist, so I will just ditch him. No. One devotee may want Krishna as Supreme Master, another person. So he is not leaving. 5 kinds of relationships we have. We'll be discussing in coming slides also. He rewards all of the devotees equally. For him, samoham sarva bhuteshu. For him, all are same. According to the intensities of the love for him, he will reciprocate back. So he's saying he reciprocates as they surrender to him. Very important point, as they surrender. For those who deny that there is no God, he says, okay, fine, no problem. I will come as a law of karma. Whatever you do, he will sit in the heart, note down whatever action you are doing something wrong, your intention is wrong, you have done this wrong karma, face the result. You don't believe in me? No problem. Still, this is your result. You have done this karma. Even such atheists cannot get away from him. How? Because they are obliged to serve Maya. They want a lot of wealth. They want a lot of luxury, property. I want to get promoted, prestige. So Maya is still holding them. Nobody is left. Krishna's, Mama Maya Duratyaya. Maya holds them. And under this way of anger, lust, greed, even the atheists are moving. For those who are turning their mind away from these worldly attachments, and they are looking at God as their permanent destination or goal, what does he do? He really takes care of them. Like you can see in the picture how the cow is serving the Lord and how Lord is loving the cow. He takes care of them just like a mother. Mother takes care of the child. So Krishna is very nicely using bhajamiham. Bhajami means what? Serve. So he serves the surrendered souls. How? What does it mean? By surrendered souls, he serves. Means whatever we have accumulated, karmas we have accumulated, right? For lifetimes we must have accumulated. He will cut it. That's the advantage of it. So now we get some hope, right? He's cutting the bonds of Maya. Then we will lose our interest in other things automatically. That's what he does. We will move, and he will remove that ignorance that we have, inside our brain. And then he will give us divine bliss. He will give us the knowledge. From somewhere or the other, some knowledge will come to us. Somebody or the other will be helping us. They will be loving us. And when devotee loves to love God selflessly, very important word, selflessly, then God willingly enslaves himself to their love. Lord Ram, told Hanumanji, when Hanumanji did so much for Ram, so he said, oh, Hanuman, to release myself from your debt, you have performed so much service to me. I don't know how will I remove that debt. I shall ever be indebted to you, eternally indebted to you, Hanuman, he said. That's how God reciprocates, right? When we surrender, when we do everything for me. Gopis, thousands of years of the Devtas, he said, oh Gopis, Krishna says, thousands of years of debt. I cannot release myself from your debt. I fell, to you for the love that you have showered onto me. Gopis really showered so much love on Krishna. And so somebody can say, what is this kind of, anyay or injustice on the part of God? God says, no, it's not injustice. It is to bring out the best in you. So see, in communist countries, they want to equalize everything. They want to distribute everyone, no rich, no poor. So most of us have read about Karl Marx, right? When he used to be there in a Communist Manifesto, where he would want to equalize everything and to everyone. He would just give. The wealth should not be possessed by just one person, one individual. It should be like, commonly given to everyone. It should be commonly held by the society. But actually the experience in that society was reverse. People became very lazy. One professor, he told his students, communism is not a good model. You have to understand. So students were very idealists. They said, no, it is very good. good for the poor. They will also get wealth. Teacher, no, no, no. It will enable the poor to receive the wealth of the rich people also. So everyone will be equal. So professor, oh, okay, you think like that? Fine. Then let's practice that in the class also. We will practice communism from today. So he said, I will not give any individual grades to any of you. I will total all the marks of all of you, then divide it by number of students and I award all of you the same grade. Students said, okay, sir. And then when the results came, everybody got a B. So those who had not studied at all and they were like at failing level, they said, oh, great. Wow. They were rejoicing. Hey, we didn't study also and yet we got a B grade. Next, we can study little lesser or not at all. Still we'll get it. But those who had worked very, very hard, who were like toppers, like A graders and all, they were not happy. They were like, this is totally unfair. I worked so hard day and night and everyone got the same grade. I mean, what's the point of putting in so much of hard work? They were demotivated. They had a discussion. They had a lot of arguments, pointed fingers at each other, saying, we didn't do the right thing. Next exam again, professor did the same thing. Result went down from B to C. So everybody's motivation had reduced. Again, argument broke out among the kids, accusing each other what we are doing. But result, high performers were getting demotivated. Low performers had no reason to work now. No need to work. Anyway, I'm getting a grade. So like it's like, in Orissa, there's a scheme. You get free rice. So everybody knows, this is a common knowledge of everyone, that there is no need to work at all. We get free rice. So in communal society where everything is guaranteed, everything is assured, what happens? Motivation goes down, reduces. Ultimately, you know what happened? Professor gave everyone a F, failed. So Lord Krishna is telling, this model does not work for me. What is the model that works for Krishna? He says, Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajamyam. Mama vartmanu vartate manushya partha sarvasya. He says, you surrender to me, that is how I will reciprocate to you. And the surrender will have to be done first. Aisa nahi ki, I will give you the result first, you surrender later. No, no, no. The grace will come after. So we can't say, God, please, 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 grace me. I promise I will surrender to you 100% tomorrow. Do you think it will work in this world? No. Srimad Bhagavatam also says, right? Akama sarva kamo va moksha kama udaradhi tivrena bhakti yogena yujite purusham param yajate purusham param. He says, right? So whether one is without desire or is having desire or whatever is after liberation, we have to put in effort. We have to try and worship the Lord. We have to get his, serve him. Then only we will attain perfection. Some of us have this psychology, employee will tell the manager, boss, you know what, please give me an increment, how much hard work I have been putting in, right? So can you please, you do one thing, you give me the increment and you see how much hard work next month, you will see how much more hard work you will see. Boss is okay, fine. You work first, go to your cabin, work, raise will come later after seeing. Even when I used to work, a student would come to me, oh teacher, you know what, I am going through a very demotivated period, very discouraged period. Can you please give me good grade this time, teacher, this time, and I promise I'll be working next term. World does not allow that. World says, what does it say? Deserve, then you desire what you want. Same way, Krishna is also saying, first you have to prove your worth of surrender by surrendering. Nothing attempted, nothing done. A lot of examples are coming for this shloka. Like, one child went to a mall with her mom and, there was a necklace in a nice pearl necklace. It caught her attention. Mom, I want that necklace. I want that necklace. It was a very expensive thing. Mom could have bought for her. But mother was very intelligent. She said, she was there. Of course, all mothers are trainers, tutors, teachers, everything, right? They are the first teacher of a child. So she said, like if, for example, it's 100 rupees. So you have some 70 or odd something in your piggy bank, right? So you do what? You do one thing. I will give you some chores at home. Then you do that, like you make your bed or clean the table or do the dishes or unload the dishes, whatever. Then you can earn that 30 rupees also. And then what did the child do? Child worked very hard. And after 5 days, they both went to the mall and then they bought the same necklace. Of course, it wasn't a pure pearl necklace or anything, but she was very proud of it. So her dad, father, he was also a very, very wise person. He was very loving but wise. So what did he? He used to tell her bedtime stories. So once he went to tuck her, at bedtime we always tuck the child. So he asked, "Do you love me?" She said, "Yes." So he said, "How much?" She said, "Oh, Papa, I love you so, so, so much." And she put her hand. So he said, "Okay. In that case, you know what? Can you give me that necklace that you're wearing?" She said, "Oh, no, Papa, don't ask for this. I can give you this teddy bear. I can give you this dollhouse. I can give you this. I can give." Okay, okay. That's it. It's okay. You don't love me. Go to sleep. And he went up. The child was kept thinking for 3 days, 4 days, like that. And then when her father came again one day to put her to bed, fifth day, I think, she said, Papa, I love you. And I have got something for you. And do you know what she did? She took out that pearl necklace and gave it to him. Father immediately took it. And you know what he did? He took out from another pocket another pearl necklace and put it around her neck. The child realized that her father was testing her love. That was a pure pearl necklace that father was wanting to give. He had kept it. He wanted to give that. So then she realized, oh, he was testing her love. Love that is not tested is no love at all. He had that necklace all along. He was keeping it in his pocket. He needed to test whether the daughter was willing to sacrifice the other one or not. Now, see, of course, God does not have pearl necklace or something to give us, or he can give us like, divine knowledge. He can give us divine, divya happiness, divine happiness, everything to us. But what are we willing to sacrifice for him? That is what he's saying. Ye yatha mam prapada. Very, very important shloka. That is why I'm trying to stress this point. Surrender. He says surrender. How will it happen? It will only happen if we have faith. Then how will we get faith? When we have knowledge. So the knowledge, what is that knowledge that we need to understand is I am the soul. I am his part and parcel. He is my father. That knowledge will lead to faith. And the faith that he is protecting me, he is the caretaker. I don't need to worry. It's not like we have a cheating relationship with him. God, I sacrificed, but what a big loss. I didn't get any. No. He's actually testing us because he wants to fill us up with divine treasure. Testing does not mean he is saddest person or sarcastic. No, he's just trying to fill us up. The moment we should say, God, I am available. That's it. He will do the rest. But we are so full of our own attachments, we don't have any space for him. We don't have anything to give him. So God says you need to have that faith. One more, I saw a cartoon of an ant. Then I remembered. Then one climber, he was climbing a mountain. She was a mountain climber. So this was somewhere in US, and there are many different peaks. So she was climbing, and she was holding the rope. And what happened while she was trying to hold the rope? She was wearing this eye contacts, and that one of the contacts fell down and into the valley. Now imagine, because the rope knocked her eye and that contact fell out. So it's a huge valley. Do you think there is any chance of finding it? But what did this lady say? Oh God, I know you are everywhere. And you definitely know where my contact lenses are. I have 15 more days to go on this mountain climbing, God. If it pleases you, can you please get my contact lenses back? Will you believe? It is unbelievable. This is a true story. Unbelievable. After 1 hour, there was another party of climbers who were coming. They came up and say, "Hey, did anyone lose any contact lens?" This lady said, "Yeah, they got knocked off my eyes." They said, "Yeah, we have got them." How did you manage to get them? How did you? Now just imagine contact lens is such a small thing. Even if it falls on my bed, I can't find it. How did you manage to see them? They fell off the cliff. So he said, another climber said, we found it on this rock. How? And it was carrying the contact lenses and it was walking. Just imagine. And they found it so funny because ant carrying a contact lenses with a big, for small ant, a big contact lens is too big, right? So they saw that it was so funny that it attracted their attention and they retrieved the contact lenses and we kept them. That, okay, maybe some climber who has gone up must have got it. Let us find out. She was astonished. And then she went back and she told her father was a cartoonist. So this is how he made a cartoon of an ant with a caption, "Oh Lord, I don't know why I'm carrying this burden. It's really heavy. It's very difficult to carry this, but if you want me to carry it, I will definitely carry it." That's the caption that cartoonist put for the ant. And at such times, it would, sometimes we feel, God, I don't know why you want me to carry this load. God, I don't know why you are doing this to me. I don't know. I can see no good in it. It's awfully sorrowful, very heavy for me. But if you want me to carry it, I will. So each and everything in this creation has a purpose to serve. In this whole divine nature, you can see. Every one of us are unique. Every one of us are exceptional, you know. So we must serve. So God doesn't call the qualified people, He qualifies whoever He calls. So we need to be, we have to pray that we need to be called by God. God can make anything impossible thing also possible. Only thing we need is faith. We need to surrender. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajamyam. So Arjun again comes up with another question. Really? Krishna? Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam satyava bhajamyam. You are so merciful on devotees. You are fulfilling everyone's desire. If that is the case, then why people are worshipping and going and worshipping the devatas over there? Can you explain that to me? He is asking. So Lord will tell that. But before that, let's see the different kinds of relationships we can have with Krishna. Like Hanumanji had Dasya relationship with Lord Ram, right? So let's see that way. There are 5 kinds of relationship. Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya. Santarasa's Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur told us that it's like, all these Brajabhumi, Yamuna River, Kadamba, cows, everything. They had that neutral attitude of devotees. Then Dasirata, of course, we all know that, right? Direct servants of Krishna, like, even Hanuman. Then Sakhyarasa, we all know Sudama, Arjun, and all that. Friends, like, friends. Then Vatsalya, who better than Yashoda Maya, right? It's like mother's love. And then Madhurya Rasa, who better than Radharani, the greatest devotee of Lord Krishna. So Madhurya Rasa is in the lover form. So let's move on to the 9 stages of Bhakti Yoga, where we have to have in Bhagavatam also we have, right, Adau Shraddha Tatha Sadhu Sango Bhajana Kriya Tatha Anartha Nivrita Syat Tatho Nishta Ruchi Tatha what was that? After Ruchi comes what? Asakti Bhava Prema stage. So this is how Srila Rupa Goswami, he had written in Nectar of Devotion, the 6 stages of the evolution. This is where we have to start Shraddha. That is what Lord has been telling in the last shloka. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam satyava bhajamyam. If Shraddha, faith has to be there, then we have to have association of devotees. What will happen when we have the association of this? Slowly our anarthas will wash away. Once an anartha is gone away, slowly we get that attachment towards, we get that steadiness, firmness, dedication, discipline. Then we get taste for Krishna to do some devotional service and get attached to Krishna. And then slowly, the devotional ecstasy rises to prema stage. Then we go next to the 9 processes of devotional service. We all know, right? Prahlad, Prahlad Maharaj told in Srimad Bhagavatam, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Archanam Vartanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atmani Vedanam. We did it in level 1 also, right? Hearing, Shravanam, then chanting, Shukha Goswami, remembering, Smaranam Prahlad Maharaj, serving, Padasevanam, better than Goddess Lakshmi, deity worship, Prithu Maharaj, praying Akrura, Vandanam, right? And then we had Dasyam like Hanuman, Sakya like Arjuna, and complete surrender. We all know, we have done this in level 1, Maharaj Ambrish. So I just quickly revised it once. Let's move on to the next one. Kanshantah karmanam siddhim yajanta iha devata kshipram himanushe loke siddhirbhavati karmaja. Yes, Pravina Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Men in this world desire success in fruitive activities, and therefore they worship the demigods. Quickly, of course, men get results from fruitive work in this world. Hare
Yeah.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Krishna has told Arjuna a very nice point, right? He had said, according to the intensity of these devotees, I reciprocate. So Krishna is saying, see, Arjuna, listen, Manushe Loke, all these people in this world, what happened to them? Kankshanta karmanam siddhim. They have all got a lot of what? Desires. Kanksha, akanksha. Kanksha is desire. And what do? They all desire. What do they desire? Normally perfection siddhim in various activities. Whatever activity you're doing, you want to be the topmost over there, that they do whatever. To get this, what do? Yajante iha devata. They worship and pray to God. So whatever you're doing, suppose you are having wealth, you want more wealth, you will be praying. Suppose you are working in the office, you want promotion, you are praying. So yajanta iha devata. They worship to devatas. Then what will happen? Chipram hi. Certainly, surely, Lord says very quickly, what happens? Siddhi bhavati karmaja. They get whatever they have desired. So Srila Prabhupada very nicely, beautifully explains in his purport. He says there is a great misconception about Devi Devatas of this material world. You know, they are not different from God. They are God's part and parcel only. So who are these Devatas? They are occupying administrative positions. We all know, like the government of God, in the government of God. They're starting various functions like Indra and Varuna and Agni, god of fire and all that, right? They are souls. They have done very, very pious deeds. Then they have achieved their position. If we do pious deeds and you are aiming to become Indra, you can become Indra, no issues. Like, you know, in Modi government, we have so many education minister, tourism minister, home minister, finance minister, you name it, they have it. But they are just holding a position. That man is not stuck to that position forever. We have to remember that Devatas are not Bhagavan. They are souls like us. They have been elevated to high position. They have done pious deeds. So when people say that everything is same, everybody is equal, you know, on sentimental platform, on emotional platform, it may look okay, to very nice. Yeah, everything is equal. There is no up and down because we don't want to hurt others' sentiments. Do whatever you want. You want to do this puja, okay, go ahead, do that. Want to worship this, worship whoever you like, do whatever you like. All that is okay. But the point is, according to Shastras, according to truth given in Shastras, Krishna is supreme. There's so many proof, so much proof is there. Krishna is supreme. Everyone is subordinate to Krishna. In fact, Lord is worshipped by Brahma and Shiva also, right? In Bhagavatam, it is given. Shiva Viranchi Nutam. Srila Prabhupada writes in his purport, Shiva Viranchi Nutam. What to say of Devatas then? Even Shankaracharya, he is the leader of impersonalists. He has maintained, he has written everywhere. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Gopalam. Everywhere he has written, right? Narayana, Krishna, he says, is beyond this material creation. Shankaracharya is told. But during those times, whatever was needed, Shankaracharya did. Shankaracharya was an elevated personality. We cannot compare ourselves to all of them, all those. But the Kritagnyana, the foolish people, they think otherwise. They want to, you know, say all are same. Then they worship Devi Devatas. They want immediate results. So they get the results. They do not know that whatever they are getting it's temporary. Today you have asked for money, you have got it. Tomorrow something may happen, the bank may be gone and you are bankrupt completely. Right? This about all Devi Devatas worship and all, chapter 7 covers it. We'll do that. So this boons of Devi Devatas are temporary. They're all, you know, sense enjoyment, after sense enjoyment. So like that, worshipping demigod like Hiranyakashyap did that. And Raman also worshipped Did they have pure bhakti? If they had worshipped Krishna, would he have given the fruit so soon? Things, the food for thought. We want to do good, get immediate benefit from demigod. That's it. But complete surrender to God and Golok to go the Golok Dham, very few people. Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha, very few people. So Lord is one. Demigods have been delegated to manage this material world. Whoever is very intelligent, he knows he need not worship the demigods. Because for some temporary thing, we want to get something permanent. Why run after something temporary? So this was here, 4.12. It indicates that people are very few people are interested in Krishna consciousness. Mostly people are interested in material benefits only. Very clear. That is why they are worshipping of powerful entities, right? So they want to attain something from them. Then they will give them the Devi Devatas, give them. Right? There's a very nice story about this Emperor Akbar. There is who was that? Farid, a saint. He was a saint. He went to Emperor Akbar. He was waiting in the Akbar's court for a long time because Akbar was doing some namaz or praying in another room or something. And then after a long time, he came and Farid looked into that room. Where is Akbar gone for so long? He saw he was quite amused to see because Akbar was praying to God. He said, Allah, I want more powerful army. I want bigger treasure chest. I want to be successful in all the battles I fight. So he didn't disturb the king. Saint Farid quietly came back to the court and sat down and waited for him. After the prayers were done, namaz was done, Akbar came back. So he asked that stays, anything you want, something that you have come to me? He said, actually, you know what, Jahapana, Emperor, I have come to you, because I had some requirements for my ashram actually. But I can see that Emperor himself is a beggar. He is a beggar before the Lord. Then why should I ask him for any favors? Why not directly go and ask the Lord himself? This is the situation for us also. The devatas can give us boons, because they are getting powers from the Supreme Lord. But we have small understanding. We don't realize that, right? The Lord Krishna says that if you want my grace, you need to do Ananya Bhakti. What is Ananya Bhakti means? Surrender. Surrender to Krishna and Krishna alone. Now we can say, okay, I will surrender to God. I will surrender to devatas also. What's wrong? I will surrender to politicians also. I will surrender to everyone. What's wrong? Bhagavan says that is not Ananya Bhakti. 18th chapter, what does he say? Lord says, Mam Ekam Sharanam. Very clearly he has said. There is no two ways about it. Mam Ekam. So very clearly he's saying, oh, I will surrender to you also. I will surrender to devatas, politicians, actors, this, that. No. Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja. In Bhagavatam he says, Mam Ekam Eva Sharanam. So take shelter of me wholeheartedly. So Ekam Evam. Both ways, Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. So Lord is telling Uddhava there, if you wish to rise above this duality, you want to be fearless. You want to have your doubts, doubts destroyed from the root. If the root is rotten, you won't get that bhakti tree out there. It will remain there. So roots have to be very strong. Then surrender to me. Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja. Mam Ekam Eva Sharanam, he says in Bhagavatam. So there are many people are of different types. You all are not one. Some have higher aspirations, some have lower ambition. Lord Krishna will mention the 4 categories of qualities, work, and all that. So he's going to tell about them. But let's see the difference between demigods and Krishna. So we can see that Krishna is one. He is supreme. He is creator. He is controller. He is independent. Completely spiritual body. No death, no old age, no disease. Completely beyond the influence of material modes. Eternal. But demigods, they always worship Krishna. They are created by Krishna. They exist within the material nature. They are delegated. They don't have the power. They are delegated by Krishna. They are subordinate to Krishna. They have, they are also subject to birth, old age, disease, and death. And they also come under the influence of 3 modes of material nature. So let's move on to the next one. Chatur varnyam maya srishtam gunakarma vibhagashah tasya kartaram api mam vidya kartaram avyayam. Yes, Pratima Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Just hold on, I'm just getting there. Right.
Got it?
According to the three modes of material nature and the work associated with them, the four divisions of human society are created by me. And although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am yet the non-doer, being unchangeable.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
So,
Krishna.
yeah, Chatur Varnyam Maya Srishtam. When people desire something, they approach Krishna. He purifies them. He fulfills their desire. But there are people who don't want to approach Krishna. What about them? Lord says, okay, they want quick results. They approach Devi Devtas. Now, question is, if they approach Devi Devtas, is there any other way they can get purified? So, because they are the ones who are not able to reach Krishna, they are not purified. So, but ultimate destination is all of us have to go to Goloka someday or the other. Otherwise, we'll keep moving in the cycle of birth and death. Even if we are worshipping, so Devata worship also Lord Krishna only created. Lord Krishna only told, right? Devi Devata worship also, okay, I indirectly are worshipping me only. Now, question that comes to our mind is, will these people ever be purified? Is there a process by which they can be purified? How will we get detached from this excessive attachment that we have? So Lord Krishna is telling over here, says Chatur Varnyam Maya Srishtam. These four divisions that I have made in this human society, Maya Srishtam means created by me. Srishti means create. But based on what? Guna, Karma, Vibhagasha. So it has been divided, Vibhaga, divided according to what? Guna and Karma. Guna is quality of the person that he has acquired from three modes of material nature, and karma, of course, whatever is his activities and work. So what happens then? Tasya kartaram apimam. Although I have created all these divisions, O Arjuna, vidhi, you may know that. Know what? Aham akartaram. I am the non-doer. Akartaram. I don't do anything. And I'm avyayam. I'm unchangeable. So tasya kartaram mam vidya kartaram avyayam. I am akartaram and I am avyayam. Lord says, I am not part of all this. I have created. Yes, I agree. I have created this division according to guna and karma. They've done the vibhaga, but I am not the part of this. So we all know, right? What are varnas? We discussed there in chapter 2 also. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Right? If a person is born in Brahman caste, but he is eating meat, he is doing all sinful activities. Brahman. By birth, you cannot say. Bhagavad Gita refutes it. And Shudra, if he is working very sincerely, he is not cheating, he doesn't eat meat, follows regulative, he's a Brahmana, according to the Guna. So Lord has created everything. Everything has been created by him, sustained by him. After everything, annihilation, and also everything rests in him. He's the creator of the four divisions also, he says. Chatur Varnyam Maya system. It's my Srishti. I have done this. Beginning with intelligence class of men. Technically, intelligence class of men, they are called Brahmanas only. Not by birth again. Due to their being situated in mode of goodness. Sattva Guna. Next is technically Kshatriya, administrative class, because they are in mode of passion. Then mercantile men, Vaishyas, because they are having a passion and ignorance. Then Shudras, because they are situated in ignorant mode. They are supposed to serve others. In Kali Yuga, everything is a big khichdi now. And we are all kind of Shudras only, Srila Prabhupada says. So he says, in spite of he creating all the four divisions, he does not belong to any of the divisions, he says. Why? Because he is not the conditioned soul. He is beyond. He is infallible, Achyuta. Section of for whom this human society was formed, for us. So Krishna is removing that misconception. Says there is no caste system, remember. Because all spiritual path, whoever is into spirituality, it leads to the same destination, Goloka Vrindavan. Caste system is according to the gunas, mode of nature, and karma, of course, the activity. So when we are planning, even the career, life, everything, we must choose according to our guna and the karma, right? So God, very clear, God says he is the creator of this, yet he is the non-doer. Similar to how the rain is there. Just as the rain water, it falls equally on the forest, equally everywhere. Somewhere, there are some seeds, huge banyan tree will come out. Other trees, beautiful flowers may bloom. In some other places, thorny bushes may come. Rainwater is same. The rainwater which falls into the holy Ganges river also, it becomes, punya jal, sacred water, right? And they flow along. But the same rainwater, if it flows into the gutter, dirty water. The rain, it is impartial. Same as Krishna says, Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu. I am same to everyone. It's how you receive. So if my heart is not pure, I cannot receive his grace. So rain which is impartial is not answerable for this difference. It all depends on where it is falling, what vessel it is getting into. Same, God also provides the souls the energy to act. We are free to determine what we want to do. God is not responsible for our actions. God says that I am the doer, I have made this Srishti, I have made this Chaturvarnyam, but I am the non-doer. He is going to kind of clarify in the next verse as well. So first let's see quickly. So 4 divisions, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, and Vaishnava is the highest because he is higher than Brahmana, he is a devotee, right? And the purpose is what? Slowly from this animal status, we will move on to the human status, then we can purify ourselves by discipline, regulating, doing all lot of yajnas and all, puja part, whatever the Vedas say. Even if we are doing karma kanda, still that also is a purification process. Then process of purification, slowly, we'll be able to move slowly towards Krishna. Systematically, Krishna will push us towards him. Because not everybody is interested in God. Not everyone wants to love God. Not everyone wants to go there. So for people who don't have, he has got the solution for each and every person. He does not belong to any of the class, he says, right? So that's what we have to understand. It was created by Krishna. He is the non-doer. It's guna and karma. Why? To avoid degradation, to protect, to support, for cooperation and not discrimination. So very, very important point, so that society runs smoothly. Otherwise, everybody can't do the same thing, right? Society has to run smoothly. So he has done it very nicely that way. Namam karmani limpanti name karma phale spruha iti mam yo vijanati karma birna sabadhyate. Yes, Pravina Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. There is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. One who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled in the fruitive reactions of work. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Previous shloka, what did Lord say? I have created this Chaturvarnya Maya system, but I am not the part of this. So he's continuing the same theme in this shloka also. Lord, what is Lord is saying? Namam karmani limpanti. No kind of work affects me. Nothing affects me. Namam karmani limpanti. I don't, no work, gets attached to me. Name karma phale spruha. Nor do I have any aspiration. I don't want any results of any kind of karma. No spruha. I don't want anything. He says. So why is Lord saying this? Why is Lord saying that I don't want any? Iti mam yobi jananti. Whoever knows this about me. So what will happen to them if they know this? Lord says, karma bhirna sabadhyate. Badhya means bind. So the person will never be bound or entangled in what? In the reaction of the Buddha. Very nicely Lord has put it. So Krishna is free. And the one who understands Krishna will also be unbound. Krishna is independent. He is beyond everything. If we also are like that, we also become unbound only. Very easy. Like how king makes the rules for the country, but he is not subject to those rules, right? He is the creator. Lord is creator of the material world. He is not affected by the activities, whatever is happening. Judge is sitting on the judge chair, but he gives verdict, he will give judgments on all, but whatever he is giving judgment, it doesn't apply to him, right? It applies to the person who is being punished. Same way, Krishna has created, but he is away from this creation. We are entangled. We are entangled in this fruitive activities. And why? Because we have that attachment for all these material things that we have. So Lord says, I do work, but I am not bound. I may work, it may seem defective. See, Krishna has showed anger. When did he show anger? He showed anger when he was killing Shishupal. Remember in the court when Yudhishthira's Rajasuya Yajna was to begin, and they made him the Acharya. Shishupal didn't like it, and he kept on abusing him, and he killed him with Sudarshan Chakra. So Lord says, I may seem to do works of greed also, like, he was snatching away everything from Bali Maharaj. Lord Krishna says, it seems like that, but he says, these works don't bind me. It's not that I'm greedy. It's not that I'm get angry. No, all this is all pure. Is whatever he does, he becomes pure. It becomes auspicious, whatever he does. So the sages, the saints, the sants, the Mahatmas, those who aspire for God, they are not motivated for material gain. Anybody, you can see that, right? Pure personalities. They are Amrish Maharaj, so many are there. They are never tainted by any kind of defect, even when they are coming in contact with impure things. Like you see the sun, the fire, the Ganges river, they're called pure. Why? Have you ever heard the sun has gone tainted? Because suppose somebody there is a heat over there, sun's rays fall, and somebody has done urine over there. Will the sunlight get tainted? No. Sun will completely retain its purity. There is no way we can impurify the sun, right? So nothing like that. So if any impure object, we put it into fire. Okay, we take something bad thing and put it into the fire. It still retains the purity. Fire is pure, right? That is why it's called sarvabhuk. Sarvabhuk means whatever we pour into it, it becomes purified. Same thing. So many gutters of rainwater. We know Ganges has become so polluted, everything goes into Ganges water, but we still say Ganga Maiya. Ganga is Surasari. Surasari means what? It transforms all the gutter, dirty water, whatever it is absorbing, it is taking everything, and still called holy Ganges river. So Lord also, God is also not tainted by any activity he is doing in this material world. So see, okay, let's say, what is it? Let's think, what is it that is binding us? Our own intention. If my intention is very pure, then even we will not get bound. Let's say somebody, if a person kills somebody, okay, it's a terrible offense. He will be hanged to death, or maybe he will give in lifetime imprisonment or whatever. But because he has murdered. But if somebody, suppose he's driving a car, his intention is pure, his brakes are working, his steering wheel is working, he's in full control of everything. Suddenly, from nowhere, a drunkard is walking, and suddenly he comes in front of the car and falls down and dies. Now, this person is brought to the court. Judge says, you killed him. They'll say, yes, Your Honor. Yes, it happened. No need for any witness. I know. I'm confessing. I killed him. Then do you think he should be hanged? He says, no, no, Your Honor, you have no right to punish me. I had no intention to kill. He came from nowhere. That was his carelessness, not my. I was driving on proper road, proper side. My eyes were on the road. I am not drunk. My brakes are fine. I am everything. My accelerator, I was on the proper speed limit. If he came and fell directly in front of my car, what can I do? So if it's proved that intention was pure, we cannot punish, right? On the other hand, remember 2003, there were some terrorists also. They were hiding in a hotel. They were caught over there. They had done nothing there. They didn't do any crime till then. They were just sitting in that hotel room, and you know what they were doing? They were planning. They were planning the crime, and they were caught. And it was somewhere in Malaysia, I think. And it was considered a terrible offense. They were planning to plant a liquid bomb somewhere. And how to take that liquid bomb beyond that security at the airport. And since then, the security everywhere, all over the world, has been tightened so badly, And these terrorists, without doing anything, where were they? They landed up in jail. So even in this material world, this intention is what is important. Arjuna didn't kill anybody, right? Hare Maharaj, what are you talking about? They are all dead in the battlefield. Arjuna had no intention at all. He's just doing his duty as the Lord is asking him to do. That's it. Srila Prabhupada says, the proprietor, owner of a factory, is not responsible for right or wrong of activities of his workers. Workers are themselves responsible. What they do at home, how is factory owner responsible? So same way, how is Lord responsible? He is not responsible. We are responsible for everything, right? So if you can see in the picture also in Sudama, how Krishna has Bhishma, he wanted to have Krishna's darshan in form of a warrior. He did that. So for cowherd, Gopas, he was so friendly to them. He became Krishna's charioteer. He will do anything for his devotees. So the work becomes binding only based on intention. So Lord Krishna is supremely pure. His intention has always been for our welfare only. So his work, nothing binds me, he says. Nama karmani limpanti. Nothing can bind me. And those who will know my divine nature, like great saints are there, they will also not be bound. So it's a very hopeful shloka. We can live like a household life, like Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he had lived householder's life. So after seeing that, we know. So what happened? Were they experiencing anger? They were experiencing greed, desire. Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he was a grihasti, he was a householder. Srila Prabhupada, he was a householder initially, before he took sannyas. So their knowledge was like ocean. Right? Even previously, because of Shankaracharya, Nimbarkacharya, Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, all of them were sannyasis. But Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he was a grihasti. He showed us how we can live a life of karma yoga. Like, how Bhagwan comes, he does his leelas, and then great people like Srila Prabhupada come, they do their bit of work, pull us out of ignorance, right? Because their intention is pure, like that of Bhagwan. So, like, next question is like, okay, Krishna, you are the non-doer, you are aloof from this world, you are not bound by the results of action. So, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Suppose Arjuna asks like this. Of course, Arjuna is supposed to fight. But if he says, what am I supposed to do now? Lord is going to tell what is he supposed to do now. Evam jnatva kritam karma purvairapi mumukshubhi kuru karmaiva tasmatvam purvataram kritam. Yes, Shreyas Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
All the liberated souls in ancient times acted with this understanding of my transcendental nature. Therefore, you should perform your duty following in their footsteps.
Hare Krishna. So far, what did Lord tell about transcendental nature, right? He told about Namam Karmani Limpanti also he told. So Lord is kind of motivating Arjuna in this shloka to do his duty as a Kshatriya. So he says, Purvaiv api mumukshubhi, means all the mumukshubhi means all over who got moksha before, liberated souls in the past. What have they done? What have these mumukshubhis done? Evam jnatva kritam karma. They have acted with the understanding. Jnatva, understanding what? Kritam karma, transcendental nature, my transcendental nature. And with this understanding means what? So whatever so far Lord has mentioned about himself, right? So after understanding all that Lord has told about himself, tasma, therefore, Swam, you, Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, oh Arjuna, Kuru karma eva means what? You also do your prescribed duties. Karma, do your karma or work, act. So how should he act? Purvai purvataram kritam. Purvai purvataram kritam means what? As purv, before. And it was performed by great souls before. Follow all those great souls. So he says, after knowing those liberated souls, they have done and they have found the solution. So you also, Arjuna, follow them. Follow those people. Purva taram kritam. You also follow those great souls. So what is Lord trying to tell us? He says, after understanding my nature, what you should do? You should work. How previously great devotees have worked, because they attained perfection. So now we have complete confidence. Okay, they have attained perfection. If we follow them, they will also attain. We will also attain perfection. Right? So sages who aspire God, they are not motivated to work for material gain. They don't need anything. So then question comes in our mind, okay, they are not attained, want any material gain. Why are they still doing material activities in this world? There is a reason. Reason is they want to serve God. And they will do anything for the pleasure of God. If for the pleasure of God, they have to work like a sweeper, they will do. So the knowledge of this previous verse, what Lord had told about himself, that makes them give confidence. that, okay, if I do any work for the pleasure of Krishna, there is no reaction to it. It is akarma. Nothing can bind me. So they are moved when they see so many, dukkhalaya mashashvatam in this area. So many are so miserable, suffering also, these souls. They want to work for them. They feel compassionate towards us. So that, okay, some guru will come, they will, like Srila Prabhupada, he had so much compassion for us. Because of him, we are sitting here today and working towards our spiritual elevation. Once Buddha said, after attaining enlightenment, there is only two options we have. One is either I have attained enlightenment, so I just sit like this and meditate. That's it, and do nothing. Second is go help others attain enlightenment. What Srila Prabhupada did. Srila Prabhupada could have nicely sitting in Vrindavan and done nothing. He would have nicely sitting very comfortable in that temple area and all. No, he got out at that age, went all the way to the west, and here we are today with so many books and so many lectures and all that. So there are two things only these enlightened people can do, or either do nothing or help others to get enlightenment. And Srila Prabhupada chose the second option, like Buddha chose the second option. Sages, they have chosen the second option. They have no selfish motive. They just want to work for others. So Lord is telling Arjuna, these saints, they did their karma. They did it for the welfare of the world. You also do karma, Arjun, for the welfare of the world. Because, if you become sannyasi, okay, it may be all right for you. You may have the ability to become a sannyasi also. But think about all those people, thousands in the society. They will try and copy you, Arjuna. If you will become a sannyasi, they'll say, okay, fine. If Arjuna can, the prince can become, a kshatri can become a sannyasi, why can't I? They will leave their families and go away. Then, as such, we have seen so many sadhus are there in holy lands in India. We can see that, right? They have renounced. They seem to have renounced externally, but internally, are they getting happiness? Are they getting that bliss, divine bliss? So what do? They get into this charas, ganja, smoking, dam maro dam, and all that. So Arjun, it's not a good impact. You're trying to be a bad example for the society, Arjun. Don't do that. You should, for the welfare of the world, please carry on your duty, carry on doing your karma, even though now you don't need to be enlightened. You are a perfection soul. I know. Yet you must do it for the sake of other people. Do it as your service to the Supreme. You must serve this mankind. You have to do your karma. So this knowledge that our guru, just follow guru's instructions, not use our intellect as such. Unnecessarily, we keep using our intellect. So if we work in devotion, what will happen? Lord will look at us. I keep quoting this example. When we go to the temple, there's a lot of rush and we are standing in queue and we are trying to push other person to go right in front. But even if you go in front, do you think God wants to see you? Do you think he will grace you? He will pour mercy upon you? No. Even if you are at the back, there will be one pujari who will call out your name and ask you to come for something or the other, for some reason or the other. So many examples are there, but no time to tell all those stories. But here Lord Krishna is advising Arjuna to do the same. He's saying, follow these great personalities. Lord is saying, Arjuna, I gave the same knowledge to Vivaswan. Look how he has implemented. You also follow. And here it is very clear what is Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna. He's saying, have faith, understand my transcendental knowledge, my nature, do your duty for my pleasure as an offering to me, Arjuna. And if you do this, Arjuna, what will happen? You will be free, completely free. You will not have the reaction of the work. Whatever you are doing in this war field also, nothing is going to be, you won't get any reaction from that. Because Arjuna was very much worried. We know, right, in first chapter what had happened, how much he was worried. Oh, sins will overtake me. How can I kill, etc. Right? Okay, Krishna said, forget about all this. Just do as I am saying. Lord is saying that, okay, work for my pleasure. Follow the devotees who were previously, they have done. Follow their footsteps of those great devotees. They have found perfection. They have already done this. They have experimented. No need to experiment anything. Just quietly follow. So after speaking all this, what Lord Krishna wants to clarify is, because Arjuna has always been saying, right, I don't want to fight, I want to be a sannyas, I want to take sannyas. So Krishna wants to clarify over here If you do your activities properly, you offer it to the Lord, even that activity is equal to a karma. Like how great sages, they have led such austere life. Krishna says, no need to do all that. No need to sit in the Himalayas. Just do work for my pleasure. So after that, Krishna says that, actions, there are, you must perform actions that do not bind, right? Akarma. So Lord actually clarifies the philosophy of action. From here, we will have a next section, 16 to 24, which we will do next time. So I'll stop here. Panchakalpatarupyashta kripa sindhubhya eva patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you.